At the age of 14, a person can start to learn to fly as a student pilot. There are three main components of being a student pilot. The first component is learning your ground school, and then you have to take a written test. Now, with your ground school, you have multiple options. You can either do like a 3-day cram course, which is what I chose to do as a student pilot, or you can do kind of like your driver's ed training and do it over like 12 weeks with 2-hour class times in the evenings. There are multiple ground schools you can go through, but they all in the end give you the same certificate. With this ground school, you need to learn the basic flight rules, your basic runway markings, taxiway markings, general operations of a plane, and you learn just all around the basic rules and regulations in flying to take the written test. One of the things that you can use to help you study is something similar to this. This is a diagram that has all the different runway and taxiway markings. You are able to look at it, it'll show a marking, and then here are all your options. It's kind of like a matching. All the answers are at the bottom, so you can check to see if you've got it right. This will help you study and do better on the written test. The written test has these type of things on it, because with this, you'll need to know the general stuff about being a pilot. You'll have to know many different aspects of being a pilot, as far as your runway markings. You'll need to know like radio calls, how to interact with towers, to know where you're at, when you can take off, when you can't fly somewhere, and when you can. The second main component is your flight planning. After you've taken your ground school and all that, you'll have an assigned instructor, and you'll need to go over flight planning. You can't just hop in a plane and fly away as you can a car. You'll want to go, there's lots of planes such as weather, restricted airspace, where you're flying out of, and where you're going. One of the things you can use for that is a flight map. These are very large and confusing, so this is why you need to have ground school, and your instructor can help you with these. Everything on here has a meaning. So, and every magenta circle is an airport, and that's a different airspace to go into. So certain ones are controlled and certain ones are not. Therefore, certain ones you're allowed to enter freely, and some you have to get a clearance to enter. This is all part of your flight planning, learning which ones you're going to go in, which ones you aren't, all that. Also, there's a legend on all of them that'll help you determine what each one of these are. So with that, you can learn all of that. And this is only one section of the United States, and there's multiple that fit together to form the whole United States. So this is something that you, as a pilot, will always have with you in the air and on the ground for your flight training. The third main component is after you have gotten that far and you are able to fly, obviously you will go up with your instructor and they will help you fly and all of that. When you come back down, you'll need to do your debriefing. Your debriefing is a time when you can look at what you've done in the air. You can learn from what went well and what didn't go well. You know, if you came in for a landing and it was a little hard, well, you can know how that feels, and then the next time make adjustments accordingly. Was this time to go over? If you have any questions, your instructor will be able to help you and all of that. One of the things that you'll have to do is fill out your logbook at the end. This will log all your time officially and legally. It'll tell you, you can write in what you've worked on, so that when you are ready to get your actual pilot's license, the federal government will know that you have gotten the right lessons and all of that and done enough hours for each thing. With these three main steps, you can be a student pilot. Now obviously with flying there's a whole lot more to it than just that, but these are the three main steps of being a student pilot. After that, you can go on to a whole nother slew of things to be a private pilot, and then even commercially if needed. So with that, those are your three main components of how to be a student pilot to go flying.